She read the message twice. "Happy anniversary, my love." Her lips curved into a soft smile until she looked up, because the man who sent it was sitting 2 tables away, and he wasn't alone. "My name is Arthur, and on this channel, The Untold Story Files, we tell the stories people don't talk about, the ones that unravel slowly, quietly, until there's nothing left to hide. This one, it didn't start with betrayal. It started with something far more dangerous. This story is inspired by real emotional experiences. Certain details have been dramatized for storytelling. Before we begin, comment where you're watching from, and ask yourself one question. Would you want to know the truth if it came all at once? A marriage that looked perfect from the outside, a reservation that wasn't meant for her, a message sent at the exact wrong time, a woman who didn't know she was being watched, and a moment where silence became louder than any confrontation. Emily Carter believed in patterns, not because she was obsessive, but because patterns meant stability, and stability meant safety. Every morning Daniel left at 8:10. Not 8:05, not 8:15, 8:10. He'd grab his keys from the ceramic bowl near the door, kiss her on the forehead, and say the same thing every day. "Don't wait up if I'm late." It used to sound considerate. Now it sounded rehearsed. But Emily didn't notice that shift right away, because love has a way of softening red flags, until they stop looking red at all. 5 years of marriage, 3 apartments, 2 promotions, 1 shared bank account, no children. That part wasn't planned, but it wasn't discussed either. They had become efficient. No big fights, no dramatic arguments, just less talking, less touching, less noticing. Daniel had mentioned it casually. "Don't make plans next Friday." That was it. No details, no follow-up, no excitement. And yet Emily held onto it like proof. Proof that something still existed between them. Because when love starts fading, you begin surviving on small signs, even the ones that don't make sense. Friday came slower than usual. Emily woke up earlier, checked her phone, nothing, no message, no happy anniversary. She told herself he was planning something. Something big, something worth the silence. But then 8:10 came. And Daniel left like it was any other day. No mention, no pause, no acknowledgement. That should have been the moment she questioned everything, but she didn't. Because hope is louder than logic. She chose the navy blue one, the one he once said made her look unforgettable. She hadn't worn it in over a year. Not because she didn't want to, but because there was no moment that felt worth it. Until tonight. At 6:40 p.m., her phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello, is this Emily Carter?" "Yes. This is La Verrel Restaurant. Just confirming your 7 p.m. reservation." Emily paused. "I didn't make a reservation." Another pause. Then, "Oh, it's under Daniel Carter." Her heart softened. He did plan something, or at least that's what she thought. The restaurant was warm, low lighting, soft piano music. The kind of place where people whispered instead of talked, where every table felt like it held a secret. "Reservation for Carter," she said. The hostess checked the system, paused, then smiled. "Yes, right this way." But there it was again. That pause, that hesitation, that almost question. It wasn't special. Not by the window, not secluded. Just a table. In the middle. Emily sat down, checked the time. 7:02, he was late. Daniel was never late. 7:05, 7:12, 7:19, every minute stretched. Every second echoed. She checked her phone. Still nothing. And then it buzzed. "Happy anniversary, my love. I'm thinking about you right now." She smiled. Relief washed over her. He didn't forget. He was just late. But something inside her didn't feel relieved. It felt alert. Emily didn't know why she looked up. There was no sound, no movement, no reason, just a pull. And then she saw him, Daniel, sitting across from another woman, leaning in, smiling, the same smile he used to give her. Emily blinked once, twice. This wasn't confusion. This wasn't disbelief. This was recognition, because somewhere deep down she already knew it wasn't rushed. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't guilty. It was familiar. The kind of kiss you don't think about, because you've done it 100 times before. Emily didn't move, couldn't move, because her body understood something her mind hadn't caught up to yet. This wasn't the first time. Her fingers tightened around her phone, the message still open, "Thinking about you." She looked at the screen, then back at him. 2 realities. Side by side, only one of them was real. Something changed inside her, not loud, not dramatic, just clear. The kind of clarity that doesn't break you. It rebuilds you instantly. And that's when Emily stopped being the wife and became the witness. She watched, not emotionally, not reactively, analytically, the way he leaned back, the way she touched his hand, the way they laughed without effort. This wasn't new. This wasn't awkward. This was normal. The woman reached into her bag, pulled out a small box and slid it across the table. Daniel smiled, opened it. Inside a watch. Emily's breath caught because Daniel already had a watch, the one she bought him, the one he was wearing right now. So why did he need another one? This wasn't overlap. This wasn't cheating in the moment. This was parallel lives to time, lots to relationships. Both real, both active, both built on lies. Emily could stand up, expose him, destroy everything in seconds. But she didn't, because something deeper took over control, and control is far more dangerous than anger. She stood up, smoothed her dress, picked up her purse, and walked not toward him, but past him slowly, deliberately, until he saw her. Everything stopped. His face changed instantly, color drained, eyes widened. The woman turned, confused. Emily didn't speak because silence was louder. She kept walking, didn't look back, didn't stop, didn't hesitate, because the moment had already said everything. That night, Emily didn't lose her husband. She lost the version of him that never actually existed. Most people think betrayal is a moment, a mistake, a sudden lapse in judgment. But the truth, betrayal is built slowly, piece by piece, lie by lie, until one day it looks effortless. Emily didn't cry. Not in the car, not on the street, not even when she reached the front door. She unlocked it, walked inside, closed it gently, and stood there, in silence, because the loudest realizations don't come with noise. They come with understanding. She didn't call him, didn't text, didn't check his location. Instead, she sat down and opened her laptop, because something inside her already knew. This wasn't something she just discovered. This was something she had missed. Emily opened their shared calendar, scrolled back weeks, months, then years. And that's when the pattern started forming. Late meetings, out-of-town conferences, client dinners. All recurring, all consistent, all predictable. Not random, never random, never random. 2 years ago, Daniel started traveling more. At first it made sense. Promotion, more responsibility, more money. He said it was temporary. It never stopped. Emily picked up her own phone, opened their message thread, scrolled. There was a shift, a visible one. The messages got shorter, colder, more functional. Did you eat? I'll be late. Don't wait up no more. I miss you no more. Can't wait to see you. Love didn't disappear. It just relocated. She accessed their shared phone account, something she hadn't done in years because trust had made it unnecessary until now. She searched for unfamiliar numbers and found one repeated, frequent, consistent every week. Same time, late evening, not hidden, just unnoticed. No contact name, just a number. But patterns don't need names. They explain themselves. Emily copied it, saved it, didn't call, didn't text. Not yet. Next tab, bank account. She scrolled through transactions, restaurants, gifts. At first glance, normal. But then she noticed something. Locations. Not where he said he was. Different cities, different places, same days. He wasn't just lying. He was living somewhere else. Emily leaned back, stared at the ceiling. 2 years that number kept repeating in her mind. 2 years of shared dinners, 2 years of inside jokes, 2 years of memories that didn't belong to her. Still no tears, because something else had taken over. Precision, and precision doesn't break down. It builds a case. She opened Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, not his, hers, the woman. Emily didn't know her name, but she knew something more important. She knew he existed in her world. Emily entered the number into a search app. It returned a name, Sophia Laurent. Her chest tightened, just slightly. Because now, this wasn't abstract. It was real. Sophia's profile was public. Photos, smiles, vacations, and then Emily froze. There he was. In the background, not tagged, not mentioned, but visible. In multiple photos, not hidden, just carefully excluded. Sophia wasn't a secret. She was selective. Chosen moments, chosen angles, chosen visibility. Which means she wasn't being lied to. Emily zoomed into one photo. A dinner table, wine glasses, dim lighting. The exact same restaurant from tonight. Posted 11 months ago. Same seat, same table, same man. This wasn't new. This was routine. Emily whispered it out loud. How much does she know? Because now there were only 2 possibilities. She was a victim, or she was part of the lie. Emily opened a new message, typed the number. Who are you? She stared at it, then deleted it. Because asking questions too early gives away control. The front door opened. 8:47 p.m. Daniel walked in. Hey, he said. Casual, normal, like nothing had happened. Emily looked up, smiled. Hey, no anger, no confrontation, just calm. And that scared him more than anything. Sorry, work ran late, he said. Emily nodded. Of course it did. She held eye contact, and for the first time he looked unsure. Did you eat? She asked. Yeah, with a client. She smiled. What did you have? A pause. Just a second. Then steak. Wrong answer. Because Emily had seen the table. Pasta, wine, dessert. No steak sounds nice, she said, and stood up. I'm tired, I'm going to bed. No argument. No questions, no accusations. Just distance, and distance creates fear. Everything okay, he asked. Emily turned, smiled again. Yeah, pause. Why wouldn't it be? He nodded but didn't move, because something felt off. He just didn't know what. That night, Emily didn't confront the truth. She studied it, because she wasn't just discovering a lie anymore. She was preparing to expose it. Most people confront betrayal too early. They react, they explode, they lose control. But Emily, she did something far more dangerous. She waited. Daniel woke up at 7:02 a.m., earlier than usual, not because of an alarm, but because something didn't feel right. Emily was already awake, in the kitchen making coffee like nothing had changed. And that was the problem. Morning, he said. Morning, she replied. No tension, no distance, no coldness, just neutral, and neutral. Neutral is unpredictable. Daniel studied her subtly, trying to read something, anything, but Emily gave him nothing. No questions about last night, no mention of the anniversary, nothing. And that's when doubt entered him, because guilty people expect chaos. They prepare for anger, for confrontation, for consequences, but calm creates fear. After he left 8:10 a.m. right on schedule, Emily didn't waste a second. Laptop open, files ready. This wasn't curiosity anymore. This was investigation. They had a shared account. Bills, groceries, rent, everything looked clean, too clean, because real life isn't that symmetrical. Emily checked deposits, income transfers, and that's when she saw it. A second stream. Money moving but not staying. Transferred out regularly. Same day each month, not random spending. Scheduled movement. She traced the transfers. Different bank, different account. Not in her name. Not in their shared records. Hidden. Emily leaned back slowly, because now this wasn't just betrayal. This was planning, long-term planning. She opened Daniel's old laptop. The one he stopped using, still synced, still logged in, still careless. Hundreds of emails, work, promotions, receipts, and then a folder archived. People hide things where they think no one will look. Hotels, flights, reservations, but not business, personal to guests every time. Sophia Laurent repeated across bookings, across confirmations, across time. This wasn't an affair anymore. This was a second life with documentation. Emily opened a PDF, apartment lease agreement. Her breath stopped, because the address wasn't theirs, and the names listed. Daniel Carter, Sophia Laurent. He didn't just visit her, he lived with her. Start date 2 years ago, the same time his work travel increased, the same time he became distant, the same time everything changed. Emily whispered to Holmes, 2 routines, 2 realities. One man. Was she the wife? Or was she just the official version? She opened one last file. Utility bills. Electricity usage, water, internet, active, consistent, not occasional. Daily life. Emily closed the laptop. No shaking, no breakdown. Just focus. Because now, she wasn't reacting anymore. She was building something. She took a notebook, started writing dates, transactions, locations, patterns. Every detail, because details destroy liars. Not emotional, not happy, strategic. Because for the first time since that night, Emily understood something clearly. He thought he was hiding everything, but he left a trail. That evening, Daniel walked in again. Same tone, same energy. Hey. Emily looked up, hey, and smiled. You're home early, she said. He paused. Yeah, a meeting got cancelled. She nodded slowly. Must be nice. Something in her tone. Not accusatory, not suspicious, just aware. And awareness. That's what scares people, hiding things. Everything okay? He asked again. Emily met his eyes. Yeah, pause. I've just been thinking. He swallowed. About what? She smiled slightly. About how easy it is for people to live 2 lives. Silence. That was the moment Daniel felt it. Not exposure. Not truth. But something worse. The beginning of losing control. Was the other woman a victim? Or part of the lie? People assume betrayal is simple. One person lies. The other gets hurt. But sometimes there's a third person. And sometimes they don't even know they're part of the same story. Emily stared at the number again. Sophia Laurent. Her thumb hovered over the screen. Most people would call, confront, accuse, but Emily, she chose something else. Control. She typed slowly, carefully. Hi. I believe we need to talk about Daniel. She read it once, twice, then sent it. Minutes passed. No reply. Emily didn't panic, didn't double text, didn't call, because desperation reveals weakness, and she wasn't weak anymore. She was calculating. Phone buzzed. Unknown number. Who is this? Emily exhaled. Game on. Someone who knows him better than you think. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Then explain. Emily didn't send proof, didn't accuse. Instead, are you free tomorrow? Pause. Why? Emily typed, because this conversation shouldn't happen over text. Long silence. Then she am Kaflune. Emily smiled slightly. Same tone, same confidence. Sophia wasn't afraid. Emily didn't sleep much, not because of anxiety, but because of anticipation. Because tomorrow she wasn't confronting Daniel. She was confronting the truth. Kaflune was quiet, minimal, neutral. Emily arrived early, sat near the window, watched the door. At exactly 11:02, Sophia walked in. She was composed, not nervous, not defensive, confident. And that changed everything. Because guilty people don't walk in like that. Sophia sat down. You said you know Daniel. No introduction, no hesitation. Emily nodded. I do. A moment passed. Two women, same man, different truths. Waiting, Emily spoke first. How long have you been with him? Sophia didn't flinch. 3 years. Emily's heart skipped just slightly because that number didn't match what she expected. Emily leaned forward. He's been married for 5. Silence. Sophia blinked once, twice, and then what? That reaction was real, not rehearsed, not defensive. Confused, shocked. She didn't know. Emily took out her phone, pulled up a photo, her wedding day. Him, her, together. She placed it on the table. Sophia stared at it, and everything in her expression broke. No, Sophia whispered. That's not possible. Her voice trembled. He told me. She stopped, because now the lies were colliding. He told me he was divorced. Sophia said. Emily nodded slowly. He told me you didn't exist. No anger, no shouting, just understanding. Because both of them realized something at the same time. They weren't enemies. He lives with me, Sophia said quietly. Emily nodded. I know. Sophia looked up. How long have you known? Since last night. Sophia leaned back, hand shaking now, because her reality just shattered. What do we do? Sophia asked, not defensive, not hostile. Lost. Emily studied her carefully and then said, we don't fight each other. Sophia looked up. Then what? Emily's voice was calm, steady. We make sure he can't lie anymore. This wasn't betrayal anymore. This wasn't heartbreak. This was alignment. 2 women, 1 truth, and a man who thought he controlled both. That day they didn't expose him. They did something worse. They started working together. The most dangerous moment in a lie isn't when it's discovered. It's when the person who knows decides to wait. Because waiting creates precision. Emily and Sophia sat across from each other, no longer strangers, no longer rivals, connected by one thing, the truth. What's the goal? Sophia asked. Emily didn't hesitate. Clarity, not revenge, not humiliation. Just irrefutable truth, because truth doesn't need volume, it needs evidence. They didn't rush, didn't act impulsively. They mapped everything. Dates, messages, locations, financial trails. 2 timelines merged into one, and what they built was impossible to deny. Sophia texted Daniel first. Dinner tonight. I miss you. His reply came fast. Of course, same place. Sophia glanced at Emily. Emily nodded. Same place where it all began. An hour later, Emily sent hers. Are we still doing something tonight? Anniversary redo. Pause. Then yeah, I'll be there. 2 confirmations, 2 lies, 1 setup. Lavarel. Same lighting, same music, same atmosphere. But tonight, it wasn't romantic. It was a stage. Sophia arrived first, sat at the table. Composed. Emily sat at another table, hidden, watching, waiting. 7:11 p.m. He walked in like he always did, confident, relaxed, unaware, and that was his biggest mistake. He smiled at Sophia, leaned in, kissed her cheek. I missed you, he said. Sophia smiled back. I know, you seem off, he said. Sophia tilted her head. Do I? He nodded. Something feels different, because liars feel it before they understand it. Sophia glanced slightly toward Emily. Barely noticeable, but enough. It was time. Emily stood up. Same dress, same calm, same controlled steps, and walked toward them. Daniel looked up and froze, not confusion, not disbelief, recognition. Because this time, he knew exactly what was happening. No one spoke. 3 people, 1 truth, and nowhere left to hide. Hi, Daniel, her voice steady, too steady. This isn't what it looks like. Emily raised her hand. No, pause. This is exactly what it looks like. Sophia spoke. Do you want to tell her, or should I? Daniel's head snapped toward her. What are you doing? Because now he understood. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't discovery. This was coordination. Emily placed a folder on the table. Printed statements, photos, records, everything. You've been living with her for 2 years, she said. He opened his mouth, closed it. I can explain. Sophia laughed, a sharp, broken laugh. Explain what? She said. That you told me you were divorced. His face dropped. Emily added, And you told me she didn't exist, Silas, because now there was no version of reality left for him. Daniel looked between them, searching, calculating, but there was nothing left to manipulate. No angle, no story, no escape. Emily sat down, not as a wife, but as someone who had already moved on. Why? She asked. Simple, direct, unavoidable. I didn't want to lose either of you. Silence. Sophia shook her head. That wasn't your decision to make. Emily stood, collected the folder, looked at him one last time. You didn't lose us, she said. Pause. You never had us honestly to begin with. And just like that, Daniel Carter lost both lives. In the same moment he tried to hold on to them. He tried to keep both lives, and lost them. In the same moment, people think the hardest part of betrayal is the discovery, but it's not. It's what comes after, when everything is quiet again, and the truth is all that's left. Emily didn't look back, not in the restaurant, not outside, not even when she heard his voice behind her calling her name, because closure doesn't always come from answers. Sometimes it comes from leaving. Sophia followed minutes later, different direction, different pace, but the same silence, because they didn't need to speak. They had already said everything that mattered. For the first time in years, Daniel sat alone. No second phone buzzing, no overlapping conversations, no carefully timed lies. Just stillness, and stillness forces reflection. He called Emily first straight to voicemail, then Sophia, blocked again, nothing, because for the first time he had no access that night. He didn't go home. He went to the other apartment, unlocked the door, walked inside, and froze, because half of it was gone. Clothes, shoes, photos, everything that made it feel like a life removed. One message delivered, not opened immediately because he was afraid. When he finally read it, this wasn't love, it was convenience, and I was just part of the arrangement you built. I'm not anymore. No anger, no insults, just finality. The next morning he went back, the real home, unlocked the door. Everything was still there, but something felt different, because presence doesn't equal connection. Emily sat by the window, coffee in hand, same place, same routine, but not the same person, because clarity changes how everything feels. She had already started the process. Lawyer papers, separation, no hesitation, no back and forth, because once truth becomes clear, there's nothing left to negotiate. Daniel tried once more, caught her before she left. Can we talk? He asked. Emily stopped, turned. Talk about what? I made a mistake, he said. Emily nodded slowly. No, she replied. Pause. You made a series of decisions. Silence, because now she wasn't emotional. She was accurate. I still love you. Emily looked at him, really looked, for the first time in a long time, and then said, I believe you think you do, but love doesn't divide itself like that. And just like that, the conversation ended. It wasn't dramatic. No shouting, no courtroom chaos, just signatures, silence, and two lives separating cleanly. Sophia moved cities. New job, new environment. No reminders, no shared spaces, because some healing requires distance. Emily stayed, but changed everything inside her world. New routines, new boundaries, and most importantly, new awareness. Daniel didn't lose everything at once. That's not how consequences work. They arrive slowly, quietly, in moments where something should be there but isn't. No one to text, no one to lie to, no one to return to, because the two lives he built collapsed into nothing. Weeks later, he sat alone again. Same question, different understanding. How did I lose both? And the answer was simple. He never built either, honestly. Betrayal doesn't destroy relationships, it reveals them. It strips away illusion, and shows you what was real, and what was never yours to begin with. Emily didn't lose her husband, she lost the illusion of him, and in doing that she finally found herself again. Stories like this aren't rare, they're just hidden. If this story made you think, comment below, would you have confronted him immediately or done what Emily did? And if you believe truth always reveals itself, subscribe to the Untold Story Files, because the next story might hit even closer than this one.